Hey guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In Psalm 89 and verse 17, it says, "For you," speaking about God, "are the beauty of their strength." Here it's talking about God's people, and that God was the beauty of their strength. And two ideas are brought together here: beauty and strength. Beauty in the sense of something that's desirable, admirable, high esteemed, lovely. And then strength, of course, being power and might and things like that. And these two ideas are brought together and find their source in God Himself. He is the beauty of their strength. And this reminds us that sometimes strength can be a beautiful thing. Of course, we see all the time where strength is an ugly thing. It's a thing in which people serve themselves, they oppress others, they use their strength and power for selfish ends, and they cause destruction, and they disrupt society, and they just make they cause a lot of problems, again serving themselves by their power, and it just feeds and fuels their pride. However, that's not always the case. Strength can be a beautiful thing, and it can be a wonderful thing when we recognize, one, that strength comes from God. And when we humbly receive the strength that God gives us, not seeing it as a strength that we have in and of ourselves, but something that is given to us for us to steward, that's the first step. And then when it's used to reflect the character of God, it can be a beautiful thing. God is the most powerful being in all of existence, but He also has a very desirable character, and that character influences the way that He uses His power. And we can use the power to reflect God in our lives. And so we can use our power to bring justice to those who are afflicted. We can use strength to protect others. We can use our strength to help and to aid others and to uplift them. When our strength is rightly ordered and brought under subjection to God and seen as a gift from God that we steward, a lot of good things can come out of the strength that we display. And that strength, when it is displayed, will be a beautiful thing. And so we must not think that all strength and all power is ugly and bad, and that it's only good to be weak or something like that. When it's rightly ordered, when one sees it as a gift of God to be stewarded, and when one uses it to display the character of God, then it can be a beautiful thing. And so God's people will have the adornment of beauty in their strength, and they will be a great help to their fellow man, and also bring great honor to God. So here's some things we can reflect on and think about as we do a reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.